Good morning. Buenos dias. And welcome to the First Unitarian Universalist Church of San Antonio. Our weekly worship is where we connect, share information and inspiration. My name is Karen Davis. I've been a member here since 2007, and I am currently a member of the choir and co-chair of the worship committee. Let us begin by acknowledging that the land we are using was unjustly taken from the original inhabitants, the Colhuitlican people. At that time, it was called Yanaguana. Tribes of their descendants are still struggling for federal recognition today. Federal recognition would give them the right to involvement in decisions regarding the use of their traditional lands. At our church, we strive to enact a universal love that binds us in mutual care and affection, especially in our work for justice for all and for our planet. Our faith is all-inclusive, and all means all. If you are new to us or visiting for the first time today, we welcome you to fill out a yellow visitor's card in the pocket in your pew. We'd like to get to know you and follow up with you. Wherever you are on your life's journey, we hope you will find your place with us. To that end, each Sunday we greet one another so that we might know who is journeying with us. Please take this moment to turn to one another and greet your travel companions. So after this, then I introduce her.
Yes.
And then after that, you do the invocation and the hymn, and then I get back up and do the words.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. I think I got it.
All right. I've been looking at it.
All right.
Cool. Are you gonna hit the bowl over here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
Okay.
Yeah. I let you have at least a full minute.
Yeah.
After that, it's just kind of sitting there.
No, because if you don't hit that bowl, it'll probably. This morning, we welcome Heather Malkawi into our pulpit. Heather is a recent graduate of Austin Presbyterian Theological Seminary, having completed her Master of Divinity degree and obtained her Bachelor of Arts in Sociology from the University of Michigan. She is a She is a candidate for fellowshipping with the UUA and will be meeting with the Ministerial Fellowship Committee in December. Heather is presently a public policy advocate at Texas Impact, an interfaith group in Texas that helps educate faith communities and engage with lawmakers on pressing issues. She has also served as the intern minister for Texas Unitarian Universalist Justice Ministry, better known as Tex UJM. Before entering ministry, Heather worked as an insurance underwriter for a national insurance company and as a social worker. Heather was raised in Flint, Michigan, and has lived in Chicago and now lives in Austin. She is the parent of two teenage boys, Raleed and Jay.
Welcome. Welcome to this day, to this hour, this space, and this body. Bienvenidos. Bienvenidos a este día, esta hora, este espacio y este cuerpo. Together, we will answer a call to love. Juntos, responderemos a la llamada al amor.
Together, we will create a thing of beauty. Juntos, crearemos algo hermoso. Together, we will find the sacred in the spaces in between. Juntos, encontraremos lo sagrado en lo intermedio. Welcome to our time of worship. Bienvenido a nuestra hora de adoración. And let us begin our worship together with a song, hymn number 188 in your gray hymnal. Come, come, whoever you are. And because it is this one, we are going to have to do it as a round. Yeah, don't worry. Oh, be of good courage. We'll sing it all together once. And then this half will sing with me. And at the right time, this half will come in with Karen, and we will both sing it twice. Again, be of good courage.
Time to light our chalice. The flaming chalice unites our members in worship and symbolizes the spirit of our faith.
We are called, as Unitarian Universalists, to build the beloved community. And you know, there is a whole sermon that I have yet to write about that concept, about Josiah Royce and how Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. took Josiah Royce's concept of beloved community. We are the rich inheritors of an astonishing faith tradition, and we summarize it as the beloved community. But that's another sermon. Here, in this place, all are welcome as blessings. And to remind us of how we might do this, we recite this covenant that articulates our promises and binds us together. Please join with me in reading. Love is the doctrine of this church. The quest of truth is its sacrament, and service is its prayer. To dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge in freedom, to serve humanity in fellowship, to the end that all souls shall grow into harmony with the divine. Thus do we covenant with each other. El amor es la doctrina de esta iglesia. Su sacramento es la búsqueda de la verdad, y su oración es el servicio. Convivir en paz, buscar sabiduría en libertad, dar a la humanidad nuestro servicio fraternal, para que todas las almas crezcan en armonía con la divinidad. Así pactamos el uno con el otro. Across the ages, people have made sacrifices to connect to the sacred. We see this, sacrifices made, flowers placed on a gravesite, oranges stacked next to a small statue of the Buddha. Sacrifice means giving up something of value and that is tangible to gain something intangible but of greater value. Unitarian Universalists tend to be circumspect about sacrifice. Yes, we give our time and our money to sustain this place, but we frequently cling to comfort. Nonetheless, each week we light a chalice, sacrificing a bit of oil. And each week we light candles, so many candles, and these are a sacrifice, again, of wick and wax. Lighting the candles is our tangible ritual to help us to connect with the intangible. And with what are we hoping to connect? I would say that we light these candles to connect us to one another's hearts. So at this time, I invite you and your heart to come forward and light a candle in sacrifice of wick and wax, that these lights will lead our hearts back towards love. For these candles lit, and candles lit only in our hearts, let us give thanks. And yes, thanks for the beautiful music that Jaime provides to us. Here is a shout out to all the people that helped with our U Bar U camp. Our kids have had an awesome experience and they cannot wait to go back. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, having U Bar U here is such a blessing to us all. And on next Saturday, Nancy Pridgeon will join the ranks of the octogenarians. So on Saturday, there'll be a big birthday. And we have a friend who is grateful to those who are willing to have heartfelt and informed conversations regarding the conflicts between Israel and Palestine, and looking forward to today's presentation. It will be after our service in the fellowship hall. I am exhausted and grateful for all who participated in the 63rd General Assembly of the Unitarian Universalist Association. Oh my heavens, y'all, it was a big one. It was a massive one. We do not know how the final vote went. We do? It passed. Here's my happy dance. Article 2, the proposed changes to Article 2 have passed. There was so much work, so many conversations, so much discussion, so many heartfelt contributions and good work. Some people today are very tired. Also, this week on Wednesday, Ruth and Lito will be celebrating their 31st wedding anniversary. Yeah. And they make it look easy. How do you do? And this is the month of Pride, and it was brought to me this morning. One person asked that in this month, as we lift up the joy and the visibility that is being celebrated around the world, the struggle for recognition, for the queer rights, we want you to know it is fundamentally a global concern. And today, in the nation of Trinidad and Tobago, there will be a moment of silence as part of their pride. And so I want us to move from this community, this congregation, this city, this place, and I want us to think of the people in other parts of the world who are also celebrating Pride. In a place where HIV and AIDS is still very, very serious as a health concern. In a place where recognizing a person's individual worthiness and dignity is still an issue. So would you please join with me to join our hearts of the people of Trinidad and Tobago as they lift up and celebrate Pride this morning, breathing in and breathing out. Blessed be, and thank you.
Good morning. I have for you a prayer for resilience written by Douglas Taylor. Gracious and loving God, from whom all things come and to all things return. We gather on the edge of another week, and for some of us on the edge of our strength. We come buoyed by events of our week and weighed down by them. Or we arrive in some paradoxical mix thereof. We are here in our Sunday assembly of hope and restoration. At times we may come weary and worn down, and for some, that's how we arrive today. At other times we welcome, or we come with questions, with a longing, or with something to offer. But for those who come today shattered, broken, lonely and lost, let us offer our prayer of resilience. Again, this week we test the tender places in our hearts and in our lives to see what healing may occur. Gratitude is often a source of healing. We give thanks for the landscapes of grace in our lives, for music and for those good companions, for the guidance of great principles and the examples of integrity around us. We give thanks for all that lifts us up and for the lessons that lead us on. For the times when we are brought low by anxiety or adversity, show us the hidden wells of love that we can dive into. Help us rise up once more, just once more, and once more again will surely be enough. Remind us we do not strive in vain, that we are part of a chorus, that resilience is in our bones, that peace will prevail on earth, and that healing and grace come like a soft rain. Be thou an ever-present strength upon our journeys. And teach us that in falling down, we do rise again. This we ask in the holy name. Amen, and may it be so.
All right, I have a story. Would anybody like to come closer and be with me while I tell this story? You're welcome to come up here. All right. Yeah, a story. I mean, y'all can listen too. Okay, all right, okay. All right. Hey everybody, how you doing? How you doing?
Great.
Great? Cool. Well, what's been great this week?
There's a lot of new.
Tell me, yeah, what's been great this week?
Well, I went to go to Six Flags, to Chicago, and to my great-grandma's house to have a sleep.
Okay, a sleepover at Grandma's house and Six Flags. What's been great this week?
I went to my friend's birthday.
A birthday party for your friend. That sounds like fun.
And I got a ring pop this week.
A ring pop. Those are so pretty and so sweet.
And I played a Switch.
And you get to play. Okay, cool. Hey, yeah?
And last Christmas, I got a Nintendo Switch, and I'm going to Disneyland.
You're going to Disneyland? Oh man, you guys are going to have a great summer. Let me tell you a story, okay? This is a story about a person I used to know a long time ago, really sweet. A friend of mine, she loved to take walks. She found that it was just really nice if partway through her day she just got up and took a walk around her neighborhood. And when she walked, she would see her friends and her neighbors, and she'd stop and say hi. And then and that she would admire the gardens that people had in front of their houses, and if they had beautiful flowers, she'd stop and sniff the flowers. And if there was a friendly dog or a cat, she'd always make sure to stop and pet. And she'd walk around, and then she'd get home, and she just felt so good. It was just always nice to take a walk. And she was telling another friend of hers about how much she liked to take a walk. Her friend said, "Oh, walking is very good, very, very good for you. In fact, walking is very important. But you have to make sure you're doing it right." "Oh, well, I just walk around my neighborhood." "Oh, well, first of all, you need to make sure you're getting at least 10,000 steps every day." And my friends are like, "Wow, that's, I don't count, I just walk." She said, "Oh, well, it's really easy. You just get an app. And so you get the app, and then it counts how many steps you're taking." So she got an app on her phone, and so the next day she went and took her regular walk, and she said hi to her friends, and she sniffed the flowers, and she petted the kitty that ran up to her, and she got home, and she said, "Oh dear, that was only 3,492 steps. Oh dear, I feel okay, but I should probably be doing more. Okay, tomorrow I'm gonna get 10,000 steps." So the next day, she had to start a little early because you want to make sure she does this right. So she went out and she walked a little faster, she went a little further, and she just waved at her friends. "Yeah, it's good to see ya." And she, "Oh, those are some pretty flowers. I'll keep going." And the cat, "I can't stop, kitty." And she got home and she found that indeed now she had walked 11,419 steps.
That was more than she was supposed to.
Yeah, no, it was even more than 10,000 steps. And she said, wow. Do I feel good? Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. Yeah. She said, you know what? If 10,000 steps is good, I bet 15,000 steps would even be better. So the next day, she started out and she walked, and in fact, she was kind of busy because she's got to get her steps in. So she didn't even stop to talk to her friends. She barely even waved. And I don't know, maybe she passed some gardens. Who knows? No time to. The flowers are just going to smell themselves. And I don't know if there are even any dogs or cats, but she's walking, and she finally gets home, and her knees kind of hurt a little bit, and her back kind of hurts. Do I feel good? Well, I feel something. And she checks her app, and she had walked 17,000 steps. She says, wow, I must feel great. It was more than 15. She said, I can do this now. Yeah. So the next day she says, 15,000, if I can do 17, I can easily do 20,000. I'm going to be feeling so good. The next day she starts out and she just walks. She doesn't even see if there are any people, much less wave at them. And she doesn't, any flowers, who knows? She's walking. She's going to make that 20,000, my golly. And she's walking, and dogs, cats, who knows? And she gets home, and she's really tired. And she checks and she's, 21,416 steps. It was more than she said, I can do this thing.
Like she's waking like 1,050 million.
Yeah, she's breaking all of her goals. She's doing it. She says, yeah. And she had to get some knee braces for her knees. But she's like, tomorrow, if I could do this many tomorrow, I'm gonna do 25,000 steps tomorrow. And so the next day, got her knee braces, got hydrated, and she started off. And she didn't look at anybody. She didn't see anything. She didn't pet anything. She didn't sniff anything. She's walking, and she's walking, and she's walking. And you know what? We haven't seen her since. She kept on walking. So here's my question. Do you think she was feeling good? No. You don't think so? But the app said she must be feeling great. No? She probably got tired. She might still be walking.
She's been walking the whole time, and that's when she was walking until she passed it.
It's possible. Some of us do walk our entire lives. Okay, so what do you think is more important? The way your body is telling you or what the app tells you?
Body.
Okay, kids vote body. What do y'all think? Body? Okay. Moderation in all things. That is something, that's a wisdom you're going to hear. Yes, my darling.
Mine's a pig.
The pig, that is our jet pig. Okay, and Bridget told us about the jet pig. I'm just going to take an extra minute because I know a lot of y'all are wondering what the pig is, right? Because you forgot.
The flame was out and then it whipped back.
Oh my goodness. So, jet pig, JETPIG, is the acronym for our new set of values that the association has come up with. Justice, equity, transformation, pluralism, interdependence, and generosity, and it's all fueled by a little jetpack of love. So, this is a silly acronym, and some people are like, I just can't believe they're going with that. But an acronym means making up a word out of initials, all right? So that's what some people did to remember justice, equity, transformation, JET, and then pluralism, interdependence, and generosity, PIG.
How do you hold the pig?
How do you hold a pig? Gently and with reverence. Here you go. How? Well, remember, and love is what's powering all of this. Love is at the center. Okay, y'all. I'm so glad to be here with you. And I thank you for all of your input and your conversations. And it is now time where children can decide if they want to go play or if they want to stay. Okay, let's sing our children to their next activities. May the road
A reading by entitled "You Are Never Alone" by Sharon Wiley. It is okay to be tired of change. It is okay to be tired of everything different. Okay to feel weary of resiliency and wholeness and learning and growth. And okay to yearn simply for rest. It is okay to be grouchy and unsatisfied and all the ordinary human ways of being that we are. Let this morning be a reminder that you are loved. Let our time together soothe what is restless in you. May you be comforted in knowing that whatever you are feeling today and other days, you are not alone. You're never alone.
I spoke earlier of sacrifices. We sustain the work of this place through our ongoing financial giving. At this time, an offering will be made and gratefully received to conduct and sustain the work of this congregation. Will the ushers please come forward?
It's a very ancient saying, but a true and honest thought, that if you become a teacher, by your pupils you'll be taught. As a teacher I've been learning, you'll forgive me if I boast, and I've now become an expert on the subject I like most, getting to know you. Getting to know you, getting to know all about you, getting to like you, getting to hope you're like me, getting to know you, putting it my way, but nicely. You are precisely my cup of tea. Getting to know you, getting to feel free and easy, getting to know you, getting to know what to say. Haven't you noticed, suddenly I'm bright and breezy, because of all the beautiful and new things I'm learning about you day by day. Getting to know you, getting to know all about you, getting to like you, getting to hope you're like me, getting to know you, putting it my way, but nicely. You are precisely my cup of tea. and easy when I am with you, getting to know what to say. Haven't you noticed? Suddenly I'm bright and breezy because of all the beautiful and new things I'm learning about you day by day.
Brava. Mil grazie. Thank you. We bless these gifts, and we bless you as the givers. May it be so.
Right. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for having me here today. I apologize, I'm going to move this. It's a little smaller than I'm used to. So we'll just leave it up there. All right. Well, I wanted to start today, just ask a couple quick questions. Have you ever thought that this is hard? I wish I had more strength, more patience, healing, or simply someone to be there with me. Who am I kidding? We've all felt this way at some point in our lives. And I think I want to acknowledge, at least this morning, for those who attended, experienced, or even heard about General Assembly this week, I would love to take a moment and just reiterate, summarize just a quick excerpt of the words by Reverend Jakaran Oluoye. I love you. Please do not leave this space without feeling my love and the love of others, those who see the divine. I love you. You are divine. I love you. You are holy. I love you. You know who you are, and I love you. You are worthy of being whoever you need to be to survive and thrive in this world, and I love you. You know, listening to this yesterday was really just kind of an eye-opening. Sometimes I just don't have the words for how much I just felt those words and how much we need to hear those words sometimes. It was a reminder of a song by Melanie DeMore titled Sending You Light. And I don't feel like I could leave this space without sharing those words with you. I am sending you light to heal you, to hold you. I am sending you light to hold you in love. I am sending you light to heal you, to hold you. I am sending you light to hold you in love. No matter what you feel or where you choose to go, you'll never walk alone. I feel you deep within. So I am sending you light to heal you, to hold you. I am sending you light to hold you in love. I am sending you light to heal you, to hold you. I'm sending you light to hold you in love. No matter what you feel what you choose to show. I'm always there for you, and so I want you to know that I am sending you light to heal you, to hold you. I'm sending you light to hold you in love. I walk the path with you. Go slow, dear one. Don't hurry. I'll go just like you need to go. There is no need to worry, 'cause I am sending you light to heal you, to hold you. I'm sending you light to hold you in love. You know, so many of these phrases and many, many others, such as, I'm praying for you, I'll light a candle for you, or, Lord, you are a light unto my feet and a lamp unto my path. These are familiar themes that at least if you're not familiar with them, you've heard of them, or slightly familiar with them. Either in church, readings, or conversation with loved ones. Now, these sentiments are generally said or intended with positive intentions to show care, compassion, and solidarity for the recipient. This light is meant to cut through the darkness of the unknown, unseen sadness, the fear, and the anxiety. While generally these expressions are meant to provide love and hope, I think it would be remiss of me if I did not acknowledge that there's a duality to light and to dark. There is white and black, and often it is simplified as good or bad. Now, I try to be intentional with the words that I choose because words are important. They shape the language, and we are shaped by it. Society has convinced us to believe that lightness is good and should be celebrated, while darkness is bad and should be feared. Through my personal deconstruction process, I continue to discover that our language, it's harmful for some. But it's permeated our society for centuries, from terms like blackmail, blacklist, black-hearted, or the Black Plague. Only to be contrasted by ideas that it is okay to tell a white lie, or receive the white glove treatment. And angels and brides, they wear white to display their honor and their purity. It's even expressed in the food that we eat, such as devil's food cake being chocolate, and angel's food cake being white. Now, according to the author Hope Johnson, darkness brings relief from blinding sun, from scorching heat, from exhausting labor. Night signals permission to rest, to be with our loved ones, to conceive new life, to search our hearts, to remember our dreams. The dark of winter is a time of hibernation. Seeds grow in the dark, fertile earth. The words black and dark, they don't need to be destroyed or ignored, only balanced and reclaimed in their wholeness. The words white and light don't need to be destroyed or ignored, only balanced and reclaimed in their wholeness. Imagine a world that had only light or dark. We need both, dark and light, light and dark. For that reason and the purpose of healing, I'd like to offer the idea of rest and renewal instead. Because we can't have renewal without rest. Now, renewal can take on many, many forms. For example, solstice. It's often assumed that we as Unitarian Universalists, that we're all familiar with the concept of solstice. But don't worry if you aren't. Not everybody is. Generally, people know that it is a thing, and sometimes are surprised to find out that it happens twice a year, and in winter and in summer. During the winter solstice, the Earth's axis is tilted at its furthest point from the sun. Now, this means that for us in the northern hemisphere, the sun is at its lowest point in the sky. It's also the shortest day of the year and the longest night. This happens every year, generally about December 21st. Now, just a few days ago, we experienced the summer solstice, which occurs annually on or about June 20th, 21st, and causing the longest day and the shortest night. This is just one example of the dance between balance that we all must participate in. Rest and renewal are vital to each other. You can't have one without the other. Our earth, sun, moon, and even God insisted on rest for renewal. In the poem Solstice Teaches Us by David Breeden, he writes, "The solstices teach us that darkness comes and darkness goes. The solstice teaches us that light comes and light goes. The solstices teach us calmly, silently, to be calm, silent, and learning. The solstices teach us, as we circle the sun, that everything flies. The solstices teach us to remember the dark and to remember the light, to remember time, the seasons, and love as we circle the sun." Now, Native American and indigenous peoples honor winter seasons by slowing down, visiting mountains, nature, and otherwise recognizing the interconnectedness of humanity, nature, and the stars above. These colder months are time to become more conscious, to heal individually and collectively as a planet. We all have power to create a world where we are better and more connected. So how do we work towards rest and renewal? Now, we all know that it is easy to say, I just need a little bit more rest, or if I could just get a little extra time, I could get so much more done. We've all said it, but what does rest look like amid chaos? No worries, I have some options for you, so you can choose from some of these or many others that there are to choose from. But these are just to get some of your juices flowing. 1, take a nap. Think of it as like a reboot. You know when you call the tech support and the first thing that they tell you is, locate the power button, now turn it off. Wait a minute, and turn it back on. Usually this does fix most problems. My computer at home, occasionally it won't print. I've realized that I have to restart it. I have pushed it to its limit. And the moment that I reboot, the printer just starts working right away. Rest is not about physical recuperation. It is about a holistic renewal, globally addressing physical, mental, and spiritual rest. Our bodies are designed to need rest. Without adequate rest, physical health deteriorates. Chronic fatigue can lead to serious health issues such as heart disease, obesity, and weakened immune function. But rest, it allows our bodies to repair and rejuvenate, enabling us to function optimally. Now, in our modern world, our minds are consistently bombarded with information and stimuli. Mental rest is crucial for reducing stress and preventing a burnout. It gives our brains a chance to process, to integrate experiences, lending to greater clarity and to creativity. Spiritual rest, it's about reconnecting with God or with spirit and finding peace in presence. It's a time to step away from the noise and the busyness of life and to listen to the still, small voice of the holy. Spiritual rest nurtures our souls and deepens our relationship with the divine. Not only is rest essential to our health and our well-being, in the Christian tradition, rest is actually a biblical practice. God rested, and in doing so, he's modeled for his people, for everyone, the way that we were meant to live. It's okay to pause. This is me giving you permission, not that you need it from me, but pause. Take a moment. Next, breathe. Pain, anxiety, and fear will make you stop breathing. We literally hold our breath, and I guarantee you there is absolutely nothing so important that you should stop breathing. Breathing is a simple yet powerful tool for rest and renewal. Intentional breathing exercises can calm the mind, it can reduce stress, and promote overall well-being. So right now, take a deep breath. And I mean fill that belly, don't just raise your shoulders, fill that belly, deep breath, and let it go. And again. Three, Sabbath. Rest can be found when participating in Sabbath. This sounds redundant, but Sabbath is not just rest, it is intentional rest. Often we push ourselves to the brink of collapse to squeeze out every ounce of productivity. What if we were to pause, listen to our body? Now, granted, our bodies don't always speak the same language that we listen for, but our bodies do speak to us. If we don't listen, sometimes they demand it. So pay attention to the signals your body gives you. If you feel tired, honor that feeling and rest. Use the time to disengage from work and engage in activities that bring you joy, that draw you closer to wholeness. It is okay to set aside time, even just one day a week, for rest and for worship. In the Great Omission, Dallas Willard notes that instruction recorded in the book of Genesis is to do no work. Just make space. Attend to what is around you and learn that you do not have to do to be. Accept the grace of doing nothing. Now, I'll acknowledge that for some of us, the art of doing nothing, it's not useful. So for those who R&R might look like meditation, reading a book or coloring, journaling, listening to music, and even laughter. Laughter can soothe the soul. In my search for spiritual practice over the past year or two, it was some of my friends and colleagues that made me realize I was practicing renewal already, and I didn't even know it. Mindful meditation is a type of meditation in which you focus on being intensely aware of what you're sensing and what you are feeling in that moment, without interpretation and without judgment. Intentionally acknowledging what you are feeling. That's all. So just like the solstices, when winter brings summer, rest fosters renewal. The season of renewal allows us to grow and change and learn. I know change is scary. Fear and anxiety have a way of creeping in at the most inopportune times and causing you to feel like the world has crashed into something and flipped you upside down. But have faith. Hear me when I say this, it's okay to be scared. You're not alone in your journey. There are people who want you to know that you will never walk alone. So when you're feeling isolated, abandoned, remember that I am sending you light and love of hope. Amen. Blessed be.
Let us wrap up our worship singing our closing hymn, number 1031 in your teal hymnal, Filled with Loving Kindness.
Beloveds, we each cultivate our experiences and our feelings as we journey through life. But there's a comfort to be found in knowing that whether it is spirit friend, family, or a stranger, there are people who wish to accompany us on whatever path we choose. Go in peace.